Hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. So yeah, it continues to be holding quite well actually, really well. It follows Bitcoin quite nicely. Looking here primarily, oops, need to take that out. Looking here primarily as a at it as a 1-2 setup of the 10th of March low all the way up here to the 18th of March impulse. Yep, possible. And then obviously here as a wave 2 down. Into support. We are in support, or at least we touched it already here first time on Wednesday. Bounced a little, came down again, touched it again basically, and yeah, the support is holding at the moment and we have to treat it as such. So we are still here in a possible bullish scenario. I'm currently looking at further trend continuation here to the upside to $400 plus, and the condition for that is that the 283 US dollar level is holding. There is, it could be a bit of an argument around, could this be a 1-2 setup? Yeah? And that's exactly why I added the 38.2 fib level as key support as well, and we're adhering to it. Because if you have a 1-2, it might not come down that far. But for the larger range, the $283 level is the important one, right? So I think that is what is meaningful. Doesn't really matter from a tactical point of view if it's a 1-2 or just a larger 1-2 setup. Shouldn't really matter depending on your tactics. Obviously, it depends on how you trade it, right? For me personally, the idea of scaling in, again, just need to mention that that's obviously not for everybody, but it is an option. And with that, I get hardly stopped out in my trades, and the risk is just very, very low. So it's basically here the idea that on the way down, scaling in, yeah, whatever, $50 here, $50 here, $100 here, 150, 200, whatever dollar amount you trade with. And if you get stopped out just below that, you've got mainly all your position size down here, and you just lose a little bit compared to what you put in. But if it works out, you risk very, you just risk less. Because if you get stopped out, most of your position size is down here. Now with that tactic or tactics, you basically will never, or most likely never, get your position fully filled. But that's not a problem, because eventually you don't want to get your entire position filled, because you want that the chart turns around at some point, right? So yeah, I can only recommend to people that don't, a lot of people always treat every trade as if it was their last one. So I can always only recommend to treat every trade as expendable, right? Don't try to get all of your positions filled. A lot of people make the mistake to go in with too much. Try to think about, what they can make instead of trying to limit what they can lose. So for me, it's always a bit like, make a lot with little, get consistent, and the money will come. So don't trade every trade as if it was your last one. Don't oversize, The idea of scaling for me fits perfectly into this space where you have a lot of volatility. You need to give your trades a little bit of space, otherwise you get stopped out due to the volatility. And especially if you have a 1-2 setup or a large 1-2 setup, and you have one large support area that would include both of these scenarios, the idea of scaling is just, for me personally, perfect. Now, you might have a completely different strategy, but yeah, this is sort of how I would treat this. That's what these support areas are for, but I would make sure that below $283, I would make a very quick recalculation or recap and take a look at, how far down could we still come, and do I want to get out or not? But below 283, it's basically that this 1-2 setup will get very unlikely. Below the 78.6 retrace, that is a retracement that is stronger than it would be ideal. But yeah, for me at the moment, I'm still looking at this as a possible A, B, yeah, and now we come down in C, but it's a bit too early to confirm that. You can always get these WXY structures. It's a correction. I don't really want to waste too much time on trying to come out with the most excellent and pristine lower degree wave count for a correction if it's going to change in an hour anyway, because corrective waves, be careful trading corrective waves. They can change a lot, and the benefit that Elliott Wave give us here is that to understand that this correction is probably not finished. So here's still time to be a bit careful until we have confirmation that we're back in an impulse. Then we can be a bit more clearer with our wave count. but in a correction you need to be flexible. You know, this could even become some kind of a weird triangle. Now, I don't think it will, but you know, it could be a WXY, it could be an ABC. This is the support area. Happy days. Yeah, you've got key support at $316.50, $307, $297 and $283, and again below 283 we will have also broken below the descending trend channel again. That would have bearish implications, and we are dropping below the key support. All right, that's my update about BNB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.